People watching can be a lot of fun, mostly because catching someone doing something totally moronic, wildly inappropriate, or just downright dangerous can often make us feel weirdly better about ourselves. There are a select few people out there who should probably be banned from Earth altogether, and here are some excellent candidates. Unless you happen to be seated in first class, taking a long flight can be stressful enough as it is without some self-entitled passenger invading your limited personal space. A sneaky elbow on the shared armrest or an accidental nudge in the back, I can just about cope with. But can you imagine the horror of spotting this in your peripheral vision? It's as if Gollum himself has just climbed aboard. You'd better hide your wedding ring, fella. Continuing the trend of movie monsters jetting off on sunny vacations, here's Samara from the Ring franchise relaxing before takeoff. When your terrifying floor-length black hair is the real moneymaker, it's important to give it space to breathe, right? No, but seriously, who in their right minds thinks this is a cool thing to do? It's a good job this plane doesn't have an in-flight entertainment system, because the unfortunate soul in the seat behind would have to part that hair like movie curtains. Speaking of movies, it seems like some people treat the theater like it's a total free-for-all, when they clearly think it's cool to leave the aisle looking like this. I'll bet they don't make such a horrendous mess in their own living room, or should I say, pigsty. Parenting can be hard, I get it, especially when you have to try and keep your kids entertained while at the store. But this is a step too far. How can two little girls cause so much havoc in one aisle? This is pretty much any retail assistant's worst nightmare. I'll bet these parents wouldn't be so nonchalant if they were told they had to pay for all the stuff their kids decided to play with. Speaking of stores, it's not always nightmare customers who should be instantly ejected from the planet. Just take a look at this store assistant updating some pricing signs. No, you're not seeing things. She is literally standing on a refrigerator full of meat to reach the sign. Was there no stool available? At least she thought to take her muddy shoes off and go in barefoot instead, right? Yikes. If anything is capable of separating the more level-headed among us from the total dimwits, it's a global pandemic. Yes, social distancing is hard, and everyone would love to be hanging out with their friends right about now. But it takes a special kind of someone to host a gathering as tragically ironic as this. I hate to say it, but this is definitely an image that's gonna turn up in the history books someday. When it comes to protecting yourself from the virus, there's one thing most people turn to: medical masks. From risking suffocation with a plastic bag to wearing one over your eyes like we're in a real-life version of that Netflix movie Bird Box, or even just whacking a snorkel on and hoping for the best, people have been spotted trying all kinds of ridiculous makeshift solutions to the real deal. Still, nothing beats this woman in Kentucky who decided to cut a hole in her mask so that she could breathe more easily. No, I'm not joking.
So this girl's coming in with her mask on. Y'all need to see this.
Hey Joe, look at this ghetto ass mask.
Hello. How you doing?
Pretty good. I need 10 on pump one, please.
Where'd you get that mask from?
Well, since we have to wear them and it makes it harder to breathe, this makes it a lot easier to breathe.
Cutting it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll do that too. Thanks for the advice.
Have a good day.
Appreciate you.
Who's gonna tell her? If there's one surefire way to spot a trashy person, all you've gotta do is take a quick look inside their car. Here's a rental car after just 1 week spent with one seriously careless family. Anyone would think a group of monkeys had ransacked it and gone on a joyride, though perhaps even that's a little too kind. And if you think that's bad, check out the inside of this seriously gross car. I can almost smell it from here. Okay, so those cars are pretty heinous, but this quote-unquote gaming room is downright disgusting. How anyone thinks these are livable conditions are beyond me. But I can't help but wonder, just how much apple juice can one person drink? Some people will do just about anything for a bit of online clout, no matter how many levels of total wrongness they simultaneously achieve. Case in point, the allegedly flu-ridden teen from Lufkin, Texas, who decided it would be totally LOL random to open and lick a tub of Bluebell ice cream in Walmart before sticking it back in the freezer for some unsuspecting customers to consume further down the line. After the video went viral on Twitter, the authorities threatened the girl with a potential fine of up to $10,000 and a 20-year prison sentence. Now that's what I call just desserts. Occasionally, someone is such a jerk that you can't help but say, "Really, dude?" Or in this case, "Really, dudette?" Picture this. It's a scorching hot day and there's only one fan in the dentist's waiting room. what do you do? Well, if you're this woman, the obvious answer seems to be stick it up your skirt and cool off your lady parts. Seriously, some people have no shame. Speaking of having no shame, let's head on over to the magical kingdom of the New York subway for a moment, where this woman just couldn't wait to sit down and shave her legs. What's even more alarming about this photo is how everyone else around her is acting so nonchalant, as if this is a regular occurrence. Hey, maybe she totally forgot she had a hot date to go to that evening, although after seeing this photo circulating online, I doubt he'd hang around for long. Trashy people will always find a way to surprise us with the things they do, and marriage proposals are certainly no exception. Have you ever dreamed of being proposed to via the long-lost art of the porta potty? Well, you're sure to be envious of this romantic declaration of love then. The only justification for this would be if the happy couple's first meeting happened to be toilet-related. I shudder to think. If the porta potty proposal wasn't a grand enough gesture for you, then get a load of this. Why not just spray paint a cow instead? This particular cow, named Curly Top, was selected for such an honor by Aberdeenshire farmer Chris Gospel, who claims it was his fiancée Ailey Frazier's favorite cow. Which is sweet in a way, I guess. It could be worse. After all, in August 2019, another farmer sparked controversy after he decided to propose by sticking an engagement ring over a cow's nipple. Utterly terrible. Let's take another look at some of the interesting choices parents have made in public. Here's a new mother making a careful selection at the sneaker store. But wait, where's her baby? Well, look a little closer and you might just spot her. Who needs a stroller when you can just carry your child around in a shopping bag instead? At least there's breathable holes in it, I guess. I'm kidding. This is truly terrible. If you thought that was heinous enough, let's ask ourselves what a trashy mother does when their child fills their diaper in the middle of a store. They stop shopping, set the baby down, and change it on a stack of neatly folded shirts, of course. The best thing about this awful image is the mother's face. How dare you snap a photo of me throwing all health and safety rules out the window in public? Kids can be uncontrollable at times, it's true. But surely there are other ways to keep your offspring in check while at the store than putting them under literal arrest. What are the chances she lost the key on the way around and had to call the fire brigade to have her son cut free at the checkout? Just when you thought you'd seen it all at your local Walmart, it just keeps getting weirder. Okay, so it might not be that unusual to spot someone shirtless or barefoot down at the store, but carrying a full-grown raccoon too? That's next level trashy, dude. I guess raccoons are total chick magnets though. Who knew? If you don't happen to have a raccoon to hand, a killer outfit like this is sure to do the trick when picking up a hot date during the weekly grocery run. All that shopping can be tiring, so it's good to take a load off and put your feet up. But this isn't exactly what I mean. I'm pretty sure that box of apples isn't there for you to pop a squat on, lady. This is precisely why you should always wash your fruit and veg before you eat it, people. And she's not alone. Here's another lazy oaf who decided that the buns looked like a comfortable place to perch. Come on, dude. Public toilets can be distressing places at the best of times. But what kind of sick, twisted human being would do something like this? You probably shouldn't be using this soap dispenser to wash your hands unless you like to go about smelling like fresh urine. It's not even as if this would be a convenient place to pee in an emergency situation. Some people just love to go to extreme lengths to make other people's lives as difficult as possible. Some people are vindictive in their actions. Others are just plain dumb. Mobility scooters are handy for those who need them, but I'm not sure they're designed for such a wide load. What's even more baffling is that the whole hitching a ride thing seems to be a popular thing to do. I guess one way to cut the cost of Uber rides is by calling up grandma instead. If there's one thing trashy people shouldn't mix with, it's animals. And yet plenty of unfortunate creatures fall victim to our thoughtless acts every year. Back in the summer of 2016, selfish holidaymakers at the beach resort of Santa Teresita in Buenos Aires were responsible for the untimely death of a baby dolphin after they mindlessly removed the creature from the ocean and passed it around for selfies. After they were done, they left the calf to die on the sand. According to Argentina's Wildlife Foundation, the dolphin was a rare Franciscan species, which are vulnerable to extinction. Just leave nature alone, man. The saying, "a dog is for life, not just for Christmas," might sound cliche, but it's totally true, and some people need a firm reminder. Whoever took this alarming photo must have done a double take when they spotted this pooch staring out at them from storage locker 15. Seriously, who stores their dog when they can't be bothered to deal with it anymore? Some people just don't deserve the companionship of a dog as adorable as this one, or any pets for that matter. There's a fine line between street art and straight up vandalism, and this total hooligan definitely falls into the latter category. This little dude is certainly set for a life of crime, but it's not him I'm so concerned about. Check out Granny's approving face. Hold on a sec, is that Dame Judi Dench? Okay, she totally gets a free pass. During the global pandemic, anything remotely considered a must-have item, from toilet paper to pasta, has flown off the shelves quicker than Usain Bolt himself. Amidst all the panic buying though, one fact remains true. If you stockpile and hoard essentials like this guy, you're a bona fide COVIDiot. Some people have taken even more extreme measures to avoid coming into contact with the virus though. Just check out the selection of beans at this health store. Kinda ironic that the only full tube happens to be labeled Corona beans. Give me strength. Coronavirus-related pranks aren't a smart idea, but surprise, surprise, that hasn't stopped people from getting into all sorts of trouble thanks to their dim-witted ideas. Back in March, one so-called influencer named Ava Louise decided to start a viral toilet seat challenge which involved her licking an airplane toilet seat for some TikTok clout. It's okay though, because she explained that she was on her sugar daddy's private jet, and she disinfected it first. Then again, she also claimed that she knew the media were lying about the virus existing, so I wouldn't believe anything she says. Licking a toilet seat is one thing, but believe it or not, there are some even more dough-brained pranksters out there. No, God! Like these guys. No, those aren't actual scientists riding the New York City subway with highly hazardous substances in their laps. This pair of Instagram wannabes, David Flores and Morris Cordwell, decided it would be a great idea to don hazmat suits and pretend to spill coronavirus on a busy commuter train back in February. As you can imagine, the whole charade didn't go down too well. Just stick to the old cling film over the toilet gags from now on, guys. What's your pet peeve when it comes to stupid and trashy people like these fools? And who would you ban from the planet if you had the chance? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.